Tom Elser with the Biz Doc with some news today coming out of pharma, as if we didn't have enough pharma news a couple years ago, but this is called The Stock Market Fights Back. Moderna lowers 2025 forecasts amid market challenges. What could those market challenges be? Maybe there's a new guy in the White House not edicting that people use your product and get vaccinations. Maybe there's somebody that said that the vaccinations are going to be reviewed. Yep, and this is going to put it into perspective for you. I'll step aside from my rant and get to the facts. Moderna has $1 billion of revenue they're not going to have this year because they're not selling by force and by signature from the past presidential inauguration led by one of the seven dwarves named Sleepy. They no longer have all that revenue off of COVID vaccinations. Now they're trying to sell a combo COVID and influenza. So get your annual flu shot. Warning, it also is a COVID shot. They're still going to try and sell that, but they are $1 billion down in revenue, which says that they are in deep trouble. So they are cutting their costs by $1 billion. Don't know how they're going to cut the cost by $1 billion, but you can dive into it to see what it's all about. On one hand, you will see news about the change in vaccination. It's affecting their revenue. On the other hand, you'll see that they're about to lay off people just like everybody else had to during the COVID, edicts that we all suffered. And if you want to make sure you know where it's coming from, you can go to center sources and sources that are on the right that are covering it that way here with vtnews.ai. And for instance, you can find the version of this from Zero Hedge, and then from the center, you can find CNBC and Market Watch, which are staying in the center on the story, as opposed to a bunch of left stories that are very worried about people not being forced to have vaccinations. But the full story here at VT News AI, Moderna are going to have a tough year because they can't force us to get vaccinated, which is frankly the way it should have been in the first place.